Hello, welcome to my channel. My name's Amanda and I love crafting, shopping, decor and makeovers. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome along to part 2 of my bathroom makeover. Last week I left you with the dilemma of the bath that I created with the silver top. And although I love the material and the shape of it, I thought maybe the silver might have been a bit too much. Although I did quite like it. I don't think I've ever seen a bath that's got a glitzy edging on it. So I'm thinking I might have to take it off and try again. This is the beauty of like Dollhouse creating with, cardboard and stuff that you have lying around. You're not really wasting anything. It's only a little bit of ribbon to take off, and then I can just try and see if I can fix it. I think the problem is because I use that really big thick card, I've got that edging, so I've tried to cover it over and glue more paper around it. So I've kind of created a cover that covers the edges. It's a little bit rough and ready, but it doesn't look too bad when you put it in the dollhouse. But I have made another bath, again, just out of cardboard. So I thought, well, hang on, that's quite modern. I've managed to get a shape out of it as well, so I might go for that. I made it really easy. I just got a piece of white card, drew a net on there, cut it out, stuck it together, and then just cut a shape into the top to give it a bit of a bath type feel. And then I just got another piece of card that fits and popped it inside to create that sort of, shape that you get inside a bath. And so I'm sort of quite happy with how that's turned out, really. It might be a little bit thin. Maybe I could have got some thicker card. I think I went too thick with the first bath using the brown card and covering. Might have gone a little bit thin with this, but I'm actually thinking it looks quite sleek and modern. Let me know what you think. But I'm sort of leaning towards this new bath that I've made, nice and easy, and because it's in white, I haven't had to cover it. So that was the first one. That's the second one. I had some wire left from my dollhouse kit, and I thought I shall fashion that into a nice shower shape, and also some beads that came in that kit that were left over, and I thought that'll make a perfect shower rose to go on the top. So I'm just using my glue gun to assemble it all together, and then I'm just putting some beads on the ends of each thing just to secure it all in place, and then I can attach that into the bath. So I've still got the option of a shower in the bath, which I think will work quite nicely. And I'm just using up bits and pieces that I already had. I had that little Mickey Mouse was on a hoodie that I had, and I used one of them to make a clock, and I thought I'm going to use the other one for taps because the ears will make perfect taps, and then that could go at the bottom in the bath. So I had glued it in and then realised I could probably do with a bead over the top just because it's a little bit thin there. The great thing about the glue gun is as soon as the glue has dried, you can just pull it straight off and try again. The other good thing about the glue gun is that it holds stuff in place instantaneously, whereas when you use other glue, you have to kind of hold it for a while to make sure it sticks. So I've just laid the bath over, stuck that on, and it's attached straight away. So that now I think is looking pretty good. So I've got my modern bath, I've got my taps there, and all the sort of the shower parts. I think that's looking pretty cool. And then when I put it in the bathroom by the window, the shower head's just over to the side, so you've still got your privacy. Plus I've got the film on the windows, so I think that's working great. While I had the glue gun out, I thought I'll make a load of containers, shower gels, trinket boxes and so on, using paper and beads and sequins, and then just gluing them all together. So they look like lovely bottles, because I've got a shelving unit that I need to put some toiletries on. So I'm just gluing 2 beads together there. And if they don't quite stand up on the bottom, I've got some flat beads that I can glue that bottom onto as a base. And then I can also use the glue gun to glue them onto the shelves as well. So just using all my beads and bits and pieces, and I'm just going to make a load of bottles and little trinket boxes, you know, for your cotton buds and so on. And I can put them on my shelves and my new unit as well. I also thought I would use this bit of sponge to make an actual sponge. I thought it was a cute idea. So back to the unit. This last week I made this using the cardboard, just made it sort of 6x12 and then sellotaped the pieces together on the cardboard to get the structure. And then I covered it with my black sticky paper. Again, this is quite a good way to make furniture, although sometimes this cardboard is a bit thick, and then having to cover it can sometimes be a little bit messy. So it's something to experiment with. Material's a good thing to cover with as well, because that tends to go on quite smooth. But I think it looks okay. So here are some of all the containers that I made, and they've gone in the bottom shelf, and then I've got all my towels in the middle. And then I've got a cupboard on the top shelf. But I thought I will just glue some things in place inside, you know, so the shelf can be open and closed. So there's just some things in there if it does pop open for a bit of realism. I've got a bit of the black sticky on the top of the cupboard because actually the cupboard isn't staying shut by itself. And although you can see it when it's open, when you shut it, hopefully it'll kind of keep it in place and then it blends in. So the cupboard will remain shut. But as I said, if the cupboard does pop open, there are some things inside, so it doesn't look too bad. So that's the lovely unit there. And I did put a little pink door handle on it as well to tie in with the pink theme. Onto my rug. I did get this off Poppy Seed mini printables. And I thought, you know, to make it look a bit more realistic, I've stuck it onto some card. And now I'm just using up some of that lovely ribbon that I've got. To edge it so it looks a little bit more realistic, and also it does help keep the edges down. So sometimes when you put like a piece of paper in as a rug, you can see it's a piece of paper. So I think with the material edges, that will bring it down and make it look a little bit more realistic as a rug. I've made it nice and big, so it's going to go under the unit that I have on the false wall that I've put in, and right up to the bath as well. So it'll be handy for people getting in and out of the bath, so you don't have to put your feet onto the cold floor. Okay, a few finishing touches now. I've used some rose gold paper in a similar design to make a jardiniere. I've glued a button on, and I'm going to put a plant on the top. I'm going to put that at the edge, at the end of the bath. So I've got that little pot, I think it was a lid for something. And then these flowers were out of my Dollhouse kit that I had in the summer, and they were just ones that I didn't use up. So I thought, well, I'll use those up. So you just glue the pinks into the plastic holders. Also, I thought I'd put some pink hearts on the wall by the sink just to keep the pink theme going and just make a bit of interesting wall art. I've kept the sink and the mirror for now, so I'm quite happy with it. I may glue another bottle onto the sink. And then I've got this mat that used to be in the bathroom. I've cut it a little bit smaller and now it's a toilet mat. So there's just a few finishing touches. Let's have a look how it all turned out. So I've got that little shelf on the wall there. That was in the Dollhouse kit that I had this year as well. So I did rob the kit of all its good pieces to use in the house. That's a little trinket box. That could be for cotton buds or cotton wool or something. And the same with that one. That's just a lid with a pin stuck in the top, but it does look like a container. So I've got the two containers there on the wall. I'm going to put the toilet underneath there. That's my toilet roll holder that I made last week. So all the toilet rolls are in there, and that will go up the corner. As I said last week, I've got one of those myself now in my real house. There's the toilet mat. That was just repurposing a little mat, making it smaller and fit for the toilet. And it does just dress up the toilet a little bit better, I think. So that's just making a nice new toilet area, because it was originally right over by the front. And that's the toilet brush with its holder that I made last week as well. So I have made definitely more things around the toilet, and definitely made a change, although I did keep the toilet I made, so I was quite pleased with it. There's the rug. I have just blue tacked that onto the floor, I think, so it doesn't move. That's the shelving unit, and there you can see the sponge that I made, my little makeup sponge, now a bathroom sponge. I've got a soap on a dish, and then a couple of fancy bath, salts and bath soak. There's my jardiniere with the flowers in, which I think will look nice when the bath's in, because it's kind of, obviously when the door's shut in the dollhouse, that's the wall, isn't it? So it's that gap between the bath and the wall that you often get. Then I've got the cupboard, the storage cupboard, which is great now for the towels, all the toiletries that I made using the glue gun, and then the top one that will open and close as and when needed to get any other toiletries and bits out that you might need. So that's quite cute. I might remake that. I think there's a few little rough edges on that, but it's not too bad. I'm quite happy with it at the moment. But next time I do a makeover, I might change the shelving a little bit. Here's the bath. I'm quite pleased with the modern look, and it's turned out pretty good. And as I say, it makes a nice change from the shower cubicles that I've always had in my doll houses. So I do feel like I have really done a different renovation this time. So that's all in place now. Got the shower, got the bath, got the toilet, all the essentials that you need in your bathroom. And then I have that false wall that I made, and I did keep the sink on it, but I have added that wall art, and I have glued another little container by the sink as well. I thought that just fills up the space nicely, and it goes with the one that's there, and it goes with the sink being black and white as well. I've got my toothbrush and my toothpaste holder as well, and the light switch on the wall. So I'm pretty pleased with how that still looks. Again, perhaps in a future renovation I may change that, although I do like the idea of the floating sink unit rather than having one on the floor, because then that means then that the rug's got more room and it all just looks lovely. So that is the bathroom, pretty much complete. There might be just a few finishing touches. May end up putting perhaps a picture on that shelf above the toilet, or a picture above it. I have got this little polar bear objet d'art that I thought might look nice on top of the cupboard, but I also have got this plant which might be nice in the bathroom, and then it twins up with the flower plant there as well. So let me know which one you prefer, but I think I'm going to keep the plant for now. There's the living room ready for renovation, so that will be hopefully next week's project if I manage to get anything done. So, please come back and see what happens. I do put a bit of lighting in the bathroom as well, and I'll show you that more next week because it goes into the living room as well. But there's a couple of pictures at the end where you might see the lighting. So that's the bathroom renovation completed for 2025. Love it. It's super cozy. I hope you enjoyed watching. So as always, thank you very much for watching. If you have subscribed, thank you very much. If you haven't, please consider doing so. Give me a like, drop me a comment, because I do love to hear from you. So until next week, take care. Bye bye.